Let us discuss the next question now. This is from the year 2022. Consider the following statements. Statement number 1. The Attorney General of India and the Solicitor General of India are the only officers of government who are allowed to participate in the meetings of the Parliament of India. Statement number 2. According to the Constitution of India, the Attorney General submits his resignation when the government which appointed him resigns. Which of the following statements are correct? Now the statement number 1 says, Attorney General and the Solicitor General are the only officers of the government who are allowed to participate in the meetings of the Parliament. This statement is half correct and half wrong. The Attorney General is allowed to participate in the meetings of the Parliament. He is also allowed to speak, but he doesn't have the right to vote. But the Solicitor General, he is not allowed only. So this is incorrect. And statement 2, according to the Constitution of India. So here you have to be careful. UPSC has the habit of putting a right statement and then saying that as per the provisions of the Constitution. Sometimes there are provisions which are there in the rules of the respective houses of the Parliament, and there are few aspects wherein we follow them based on the conventions, and it's not always necessary that something has to be there in the Constitution. So this statement is saying that according to the Constitution, the Attorney General submits his resignation when the government which appointed him resigns. Yes, the Attorney General resigns when the government which appointed him resigns, but this is not as per the provisions of the Constitution, but more as a convention, more as a practice. So because the statement says according to the Constitution he resigns when the government resigns, it is incorrect because it's not mentioned in the Constitution. Now which of the following statements are correct? Both the statements are incorrect. So answer will be D, neither 1 nor 2. Now let us look at the in-depth provisions about Attorney General and Solicitor General. The provisions with respect to the Attorney General are mentioned in the Article 76 in the Part 5 of the Constitution. He is part of the Union Executive and he is the highest law officer in the country. The Attorney General is appointed by the President and he holds office at the pleasure of the President. He has right of audience in all the courts in the territory of India. And because he is also part of the Union Executive, he has the right to attend the meetings of the Parliament. He also has the right to speak in the Parliament. And he also can attend the joint sittings or any committee of the Parliament which he is member of. But the main point is he doesn't have the right to vote. So he can attend the proceedings, he can speak in the proceedings, and he can also attend the meetings of the proceedings and speak for a particular committee where he is member of. But he doesn't have the right to vote. And he enjoys all the privileges and immunities that are available to a MP. The tenure, when it comes to the Attorney General, the tenure is not fixed by the Constitution. So you can get a question in future saying that the tenure of the Attorney General is fixed by the Constitution. No, it's not fixed by the Constitution. He holds the office during the pleasure of the President. And like I already said, conventionally, not as per the provisions of the Constitution again, conventionally, based on the practice, he or she, they resign when the government who appointed them generally resigns or is replaced. And coming to Solicitor General of India, the Solicitor General and Additional Solicitor General, both the SG and the ASG, they assist the Attorney General in the fulfilling the official responsibilities. And only the office of the Attorney General that is mentioned in the Constitution, and the office of Solicitor General and the Additional Solicitor General, there is no mention of it in the Constitution. And they do not have any rights which the AG has. For example, the right to attend and speak in the proceedings of the Parliament or to vote, they don't have any such rights. That is why it is incorrect. So coming back to the question, the answer is neither 1 nor 2. Let us discuss the next question. This is from 2013. Consider the following statements. The Attorney General of India, he can or she can take part in the proceedings of the Lok Sabha, be a member of committee of the Lok Sabha, speak in the Lok Sabha, vote in the Lok Sabha. Which of the following statements given are correct? Now, Attorney General is the highest law officer in the country. He is appointed by the President and he has certain rights and powers. That is, he can take part in the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. He can be any member of a committee and he can attend the meetings of that committee and speak there. He can speak in the Lok Sabha, but the restriction is he cannot vote in the Lok Sabha because he is not an elected member. He is an official. So that is why he doesn't have the voting power. So which of the following statements are correct? 1, 2, 3 are correct. 4 is incorrect. So answer will be C, 1, 2 and 3. Now let us look at the explanation. The provisions with respect to Attorney General are mentioned in Article 76, Part 5 of the Constitution. He is an official member and he is a part of the Union Executive, and he is also the highest law officer in the country. He is appointed by the President. The Constitution does not have any fixed term for the Attorney General. He stays in the office till the pleasure of the President. And for the qualification for somebody to get appointed as the Attorney General is, he has to be qualified to be a judge of the Supreme Court. That is, he has to be a citizen of India, must have been a judge of a High Court for 5 years, or an advocate of High Court for 10 years, or he has to be an eminent jurist in the opinion of the President. So the same qualifications for someone to be appointed as the judge of the Supreme Court, the same qualifications apply even to the Attorney General of India. And what are his powers and rights? He has the audience in all the courts in the territory of India. He has the right to attend and speak and take part in the proceedings of the Parliament or their joint sitting, or if any committee, if he is a member of that committee. But the main distinguishing fact is he doesn't have the right to vote because he is not an elected member. So he cannot be given the right to vote. That's the logic. And he enjoys all the privileges and immunities that are available to the member of Parliament. He holds the office at the pleasure of the President, but conventionally, again this is not mentioned in the Constitution, but conventionally, as a practice, when the appointing government resigns or goes out of power, the Attorney General also will resign. Coming back to the question, the correct answer is C, 1, 2 and 3 only.